Hi everyone, welcome to Miss Matthews' Littlest classroom. This is a tutorial on using the Digital Core Phonics Screener with Google Sheets. I'll walk you through the features, data entry tips, and how to print student sheets. Let's get started. After you download your PDF, we'll just click here to get our own copy. There's a Google App script attached to the sheet that takes care of syncing the checkboxes across ranges and sheets. Now we'll just click Make a Copy. Let's start with the Overview tab. Here, we'll enter the number of students we'll be testing in cell E3. And then, we're going to add their names. You'll notice along the side there are student ID numbers from S1 to S30. Each of these are linked to individual student tabs. The skills listed along the top are also linked to the whole class view skill sheets. Skill selection checkboxes. This is a new feature. There are now checkboxes under each skill that allow you to include or omit the skills from the mastery calculations. Now we can move on to our first student tab by clicking on the link on the side. You'll notice the student's name has already been added to the sheet. You can now start adding your data by checking the boxes in the beginning of the year section. You can quickly check, uncheck multiple boxes by highlighting the columns and pressing the spacebar. As data is entered in the beginning of the year, middle of the year, and end of year checkboxes, it syncs across to the current student results section, then to the skills tabs, and then back to the overview tab. The current results section is a view-only area as it compiles the data from the other sections. Now let's take a look at one of the skill tabs. The small groups section is one of the most helpful features. Groups are automatically created based on students' needs and align with the UFly scope and sequence. Up to 5 students are grouped by their specific phonics skills. You'll notice that the data we entered has already synced to the sheet and that small groups have already been created, as well as the sub-skills we need to work on with our small groups. Right now, the groups are not quite right as we have not finished entering the data for the other students. So we'll change the student number on the overview sheet to 3 for now. Now we can see that the groups have dynamically changed and are now reflective of our data and better informs us about what we need to teach within our small groups. Something to note. Small groups focus on students struggling with fewer skills. Skills where most students need help should be addressed in whole class instruction. Let's head back to the Overview tab. As you can see, the data has already updated here as well, and the color coding has started. You can check and uncheck boxes for skills that are not being tested to get a more accurate view of the progress depending on your circumstances. Finally, let's look at how to print student sheets. Select a Students tab. Highlight the areas that you'd like to print. Then use the Print option in Google Sheets. In the Print area, we're going to select the selected cells. Then we can select our paper size, choose Landscape. For scale, select Fit to Page and change your margins to narrow. You can also change the other formatting options to show grid lines, show notes, but I like to include the workbook title, sheet name, and the current date. Then click Print. That's a wrap on this tutorial for the Digital Core Phonics Screener. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or reach out via the email provided in the PDF. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy teaching.